morning, everybody. Okay, so this is like the #1 video request I get from Instagram is how I do my makeup. So I'm going to show you guys today how I do my makeup, and I do it a little bit different every day. I don't do as much some days and I do more some other days. So this is just going to be Friday's look. Also, I know I look like I'm dead right now. I have not been sleeping. I just can't sleep lately. And so every morning I every morning I wake up and I have bags under my eyes and I'm exhausted. So we got some coffee and we're gonna do our makeup. Let's go. All right, so I've already washed and moisturized my face. Then after all that's done, I'm gonna take this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and they have all sorts of different kinds now. This is just like the original one they came out with, and I'm gonna put that all over my face. All right, now that that's done, we're gonna let that sit for a couple minutes and then we'll start on everything else. Also, the stuff that I'm using today in particular is really, really good if you don't have like 18-year-old baby skin. So now that I'm 31 and I have some fine lines and things like that, I love these products, they're amazing. So, and they're newer stuff. So if you have some fine lines and things like that you don't want makeup sitting in because it looks awful, these are some great products to try. First, I'm gonna start off with this NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum, and I have it in the shade Light. And I'm gonna put that under my eyes and on my cheeks because I have rosacea. As you can see, I have these rosy cheeks all the time. So I'm gonna cover some of that up. And this is so good at not creasing under your eyes. It's fantastic. All right, so I just got a damp beauty blender that needs washed. And then I put some of the concealer on my hand and I'm just gonna dab it and put it on. All right, now I'm gonna take this L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Acid Serum, and this is in 3 to 4 light medium. This stuff is freaking bomb. Like, it goes on so smooth. It's not super full coverage by any means. It is a serum, but it still covers pretty well, and I swear it just looks like your dewy skin. It is chef's kiss. All right, so again, I just have a damp beauty blender and I am going to dab that all up in my face. Okay, now that that's done, I do want a little bit more coverage on my cheeks where they're so red. And I'm gonna put a little bit more under here too. And I'm just gonna use this Maybelline Super Stay. It's the 30-hour wear. And this is in shade Natural Ivory. And that just covers up a little bit more of my redness and a little bit more under the eyes because we need it today. Okay, now we're done with that part. So now I'm just gonna take a little bronzing powder. I don't even know what this is anymore. It is broken and the label is worn off. Oh, it's Ofra Bronzer Americano. Whatever. And a big floof brush. And I'm just gonna kind of put some where I want to look sun-kissed. But I'm not sun-kissed because I'm in Colorado and it's winter and that is sad. So we're gonna make it look like I'm sun-kissed when I'm not sun-kissed. Also, I've been doing this lately while my face is still a little bit wet-ish from the foundation. I'm gonna take a highlighter. You can get like a highlighter serum instead. I just don't have it, so I'm gonna use my serum like I did, and then use a highlighter. And this is a very not super sparkly highlighter, and it's bronzy colored. So I'm just gonna put that basically all over my face. So my face looks like a Greek goddess's face. Okay, that's what we're going for. Is it gonna work? Probably not. but we're trying. I'm using a ring light right now, and I swear, because it's coming up from here, it is making my bags look 1,000 times worse than they actually look, which is just so good. So good. All right, next we're gonna take this e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist, and I'm just gonna spread my whole face. And then I like to take my beauty blender and just kind of dab it in. Don't wipe, don't swipe it, just dab it in. And then let it dry. I dropped my beauty blender. Now that my face is dry, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. I totally skip around on my face. I'm ADD, I can't help it. To get the perfect wing look, I like to use tape. You can do this all sorts of different ways, but this is my preferred method. It makes your eyes look so perfect. It's amazing. So I'm gonna get 2 pieces of tape and just kind of wing my eye on either side and try to make them as even as possible, which is sometimes very difficult, but we're gonna try. Honestly, pretty even for a first try. I think I'm gonna go with it. If they're not perfect, meh, it's good enough. I love this Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. It has all sorts of different colors, and obviously this is well loved. So we're gonna start with getting a blending brush. I like to start with that, and I mix colors all together. So I'm gonna do like a light tan and this pink, and I'm gonna kind of go over half of my eyelid and out towards where the wing will be. Just put that all over. All right, now I'm gonna go with a little bit of a darker shade of brown and this more vibrant pink. And I'm gonna stick closer to the corner of my eye, or not the corner, I guess the outer corner? I don't know. This part of my eyelid. Okay, so now we're gonna go even darker brown, and this is more like a bronze. And then I'm gonna do this reddish color. And again, you're just sticking to the outside of your eye and kind of blending as you go. All right, now that I have these colors on, I'm just really gonna blend them with a brush. All right, so this is what it's looking like right now. Now we're gonna start going darker. Now I'm gonna take, this is also a blending brush, but it's a little flatter than the other one. The other one is poofy all the way around. This is a little bit flatter, but still fluffy. And I'm gonna go dark with like a dark brown and a darker brown. And then I'm just gonna concentrate right over the tape and pulling that down along my eyelash line. And just kind of dabbing it as I go. And you can pull it up here to the crease more too if you'd like up in the corner. And then we'll blend it all out in a minute. So it just depends how dark you want to go. All right, looks a little messy right now, but we're gonna go back to our original blending brush and blend it out. But make sure you stay in that area. You don't wanna go crazy with it. You do wanna keep it in the same general area, but just kind of blend it together with the other colors. Gentle blending. Now if you're like going out or doing something super fancy, you can go even darker than this, but I think I'm gonna keep it here at this level, and you can go darker colors or just keep putting on those same browns and making it darker and darker. Totally up to you. All right, now I'm gonna grab this small shader brush. It's very flat, as you can see, I think. And I'm gonna go in here with black, and I'm just gonna do like a liner. So I'm gonna follow the tape line and follow my eyelash line to about where my pupil is with black. All right, so this is what it looks like right now. If you don't want the hard black line for liner, you can also blend that out a little bit too, but I kind of like that liner look. I got a little ahead of myself. Before I do the liner, I usually cut my crease. I'll still do a little mini cut. You just have to be careful not to go over the lined area. But I just have a little mini Tarte concealer that I'm gonna put Yeah, right there. And then I have a brush that broke, and so it's just like a little tiny brush, and I'm going to come up here, smooth it out, and kind of cut right up there. Gently bring it over my eyelid about 1/3 to 1/2 of the way. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna pull this tape off gently because it is your eye. Look at these cat eyes. Okay, and because the tape did take off a little bit of the makeup down there, I'm gonna use this Be Bright Illuminating Concealer and just put that right under here and then blend it in with this. And if one side of your eye is a little darker than the other, I always go heavier handed with this side. Just kind of gently fade it out a little bit. There we go, that looks more even. All right, now one more thing with this eyeshadow palette. I have hazel eyes. So I do a combination of this purple and this copper, and I do that right under my eyelash line on the bottom. And that really brings out the green in my eyes. So you can look up online for every eye color what kind of makes your eye color pop, but for me it is purple and copper. So I'm just gonna bring that right here. All right, so that is it for the eyes as of now. All right, now we're gonna do some contouring and blush and all that stuff. I mix it up between using a cream contour and blush and just doing powder. I think I prefer the powder. So I'm gonna be using the Lovecraft Beauty contour and no idea what shade. Obviously this is well loved and broken. I'm gonna come right here under my cheekbones and then bring it up here on the side of my face. And you can do different contour shapes for different shaped faces. Sometimes I even change it up on the shape of my face, but it's what I'm doing today. And then down here at the jawline. And then I feel like most people want a smaller nose, to include me. So I'm gonna get this is just a brush for like putting on eyeshadow. Why was that so hard for me to think of? And I'm going to kind of make a V on my nose, starting up here by my eyebrows. And then I come down here underneath and do this on one side, that on the other. And then where your nose would naturally flip up a little bit, which mine doesn't much, put a little bit there. And that's basically how I do that. Now I do come in with my fingers and kind of rub this a little bit and blend it out a little bit more because I feel like that never gets blended well. All right, so that's the contour. I don't know what kind of blush this is. There's no markings on it anymore. But we're gonna come in here and do some blush and pull it up here where your temple is, just like we did with the contour. And then I like to put a little up here on my forehead and a little bit on my eyes too. Some people like to put it on their nose. I don't. I don't know, it just makes me look funny. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this Maybelline Fit Me powder. Not much, just a little. And a brush. I don't know what these are called. And I'm just blending my contour and blush in. All right, so that's what it's looking like. I don't really do a whole lot with my eyebrows. I just have this e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil in the blonde shade, and I brush them through. Mine are pretty bushy already, to be honest, but this one's slacking a little bit, so I'm gonna add a little bit on this side. And then I'm gonna brush them through again. And that's really all I do with brows. All right, if you've been following my Instagram, you know that I have this Big Mood mascara by e.l.f. and I absolutely hate it. I like how it looks, but it's super flaky. But I also don't waste makeup, which is dumb, but I don't. So I'm gonna put it on. Sometimes it ruins the rest of your face because it flakes so bad. We're gonna hope it doesn't. This is another reason why some people do their eyes before anything else, but my brain doesn't work like that and I can't do it. We're just gonna put some mascara on and hope for the best. Okay, so mascara is done. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of highlighter and I'm doing a lighter one than what we put all over my face. And this is the Ofra Highlighter Star Island. I'm just gonna come in here with that contour brush, get some on there. The high points of your face is where you put the highlighter. So on top of your cheekbones, if you wanna highlight your nose, the bridge of it if you want, forehead, under the eyebrows. I'm running out of battery, but then I'm just gonna set my face a lot. Ooh, I didn't spray the right way. Drench your face. And then the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a little bit of that Maybelline powder and I'm gonna press it in right under my eyes. And that is it. All right, so this is the finished look. I did add e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick and tea rose or something like that. But that's it. No, I haven't made my bed or anything yet this morning. That's gonna happen later. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope this helped. So if you try it, let me know what you think. Bye guys. Ellie wanted in on the action. Did you get some makeup too? Yeah? What? Yeah. And your fingernails? What colors are they?
Pink and purple. Pink and a paddle.
And a pattern?
Pink, purple, pink, purple, pink. Purple, pink, purple, pink, purple.
Beautiful. Say bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.